Good evening, parents. We are going to share a recording of our virtual Academy parent meeting that took place on Thursday, August 27th, 2020. I'm Mrs. McDonald, the principal. So thank you for joining us today. Just so that you are aware of protocols here, all participants are muted. You may type your questions in the chat box at any time, and there will be time at the end for questions and answers. So please just hold on to your questions. Hopefully I'll answer it during the presentation. If not, we can try to answer those at the very end. We thank you for having your students here at Joshua, and thank you for trusting us in this trying time to provide the best possible education that we can for your student. All right, so with the Virtual Academy, we are asking that parents commit from this day forward that your students will be in our Virtual Academy until at least October 5th, 2020. That's the start of our second semester. If you choose to extend that into that's the beginning of our first quarter, I should say. If you choose to extend that to the second semester or even till the end of the year, that's fine. But for now, we're asking that if you are in the Virtual Academy, that you extend this time until October 5th, that you're committed to that time. If you find while we're talking and gave until 9 a.m. on Friday to make a decision as to whether or not you would like to change, after that deadline, I cannot honor any requests because that means that I have to consider class size if I need to bring in additional teachers, because we want to keep classes with that 6 feet of distance in between students to keep everyone safe. And so we can only house about 12 to 13 students in each classroom. So I need parents to commit so that we can plan accordingly. When your child is in the Virtual Academy, their current teacher will remain the teacher of record. So that means they will keep that same teacher. They'll continue to work with them. They'll get graded by them. You will still have conversations with that teacher. However, because they will be teaching full-time in the classroom, the Title I teacher will be there to provide daily support to our virtual students. So our Title I teachers, they are certified teachers, and they will meet with your students during those check-in times and provide that Monday morning meeting. All right, so speaking of that Monday morning meeting and class meetings, it is mandatory that your students meet with the teacher, whether it's the classroom teacher or Title I teacher, every Monday at 9:30 a.m. So every Monday morning at 9:30 a.m., they are going to join the virtual class meeting. During this time, they will present new lesson concepts, review the weekly learning log, answer any questions that the students may have, as well as set up times to meet with students individually. So if you have any concerns or anything, do your best to have your students there at the mandatory virtual class meeting every Monday at 9:30. We will record these class sessions so that if for some reason life happens, things happen that they can't make it to that meeting, they can at least review the recording. The downside is that they won't be able to ask questions or interact with the teacher at that time. Now, the optional check-in sessions are Mondays at 1:30 and then again Tuesday through Friday at 9:30 and 1:30. And that's a time, again, for them to meet with their Title I teacher or their classroom teacher to get additional assistance. So that's just anytime that they want, they log into the Google Meets link, and they'll be able to get assistance from those teachers. Now, attendance is still very important in the Virtual Academy. So we take attendance every day, but it's based on when they turn in, when their assignments are provided. So they receive credit for attendance based on when the assignment was given. So for instance, if they are given an assignment on Wednesday, even though it's not due to the following Monday, even if they did it on Saturday or Friday, they will get credit for attendance on Wednesday when that work is complete. All work is due on Monday. of the following week. So they have the entire week and the weekend to complete it. Even if they get work on Friday, they have to work through Friday and on the weekend to make sure it's submitted on time on Monday. There is a penalty for submitting late assignments. Work with your classroom teacher. It's up to them if it's a lower grade, a percentage, how they want to handle it on a case-by-case basis. Students are still considered truant if they are out of school and not submitting work, because again, this is just like regular school. They have to be actively engaged. So if we look at grading, grading is the same for our virtual students as well as our in-person students. Again, assignments are due on Monday unless you have a doctor's excuse or an emergency, something happens just like regular school, then we can extend that time. Teachers can give makeup work, they'll do reteaching, give you extensions, things like that. But we are grading these virtual assignments on proficiency and mastery. Now, the teacher does have the option to also do participation points, but know that we're looking for mastery and proficiency. And so the grading scale is still the same as our regular students, and we're looking for 80% for mastery at Joshua Academy. We hold high standards. So we're looking for our students to achieve 80%. When they don't, the teachers will reach out and do reteaching. They may reassign, they may have them retest, but they will be in contact with you in regards to that. Classroom material. All lessons are online for our virtual students. So they can access textbook pages, websites, learning sites, all of those things through their device that they received, their school issued device. We will not send textbooks home. They can, however, request to receive their workbooks. So if it's like those books that they need to write in, they can take a picture, send it to their teachers. If they need that in their hands to kind of manipulate, let the teachers know, and we can definitely have you come up and pick up workbooks for them. Same thing for school supplies. If you find that you need school supplies for your student and you paid the $15 fee, we will not give a refund for the school supplies, but we will give you supplies if you need them at home. The $15 paid for basic supplies like pencil, paper, things like that. We know that if you did regular school supply shopping for the school year, easily spend $30 or $40. I've done it on each child. So this is a very nominal fee just to buy basic supplies to keep in the classroom or for the students to use. NWEA testing is taking place as we speak. It's for all of our K through 6th grade students, whether you're virtual or in school. It is a computer adapted test in both math and reading. And so we're looking for proficiency as well as growth throughout the year. Last winter, our students took the test, and on average, we saw growth in academic achievement for all of our classes. And we want to be able to track that. That helps us see how well our teachers are doing, how well our program is working for our students. So everyone will take this. This is not a test to study for. Students can't get prepared for it because the more that they answer questions and get them right, it actually will go up and it gets a little more difficult for them so that we can see where they are. This helps teachers to plan so that they know what lessons they need to provide for them. So it is not a pass-fail test. It's just where they are at that time so that we know how to work with them. This will take place until September 4th, and there will be 2 additional testing sessions taking place throughout the school year. So how long will virtual learning continue? Again, we want to have it available for you if you want to stay for the remainder of the year. You can also go into the first semester, but we're asking that you commit at least to the first quarter, which was that October, let me go back, give you the correct date, October 5th. So you are committed to virtual learning until October 5th. Again, the teacher of record will be the same as long as you're virtual. If you decide that you want to bring your child back to in-person instruction, please know that there is no guarantee that they will get the same teacher. It just depends on where we are with this whole COVID thing. COVID overrides everything. We may have the perfect plan, but then we have to adjust according to what's happening in the community to make sure everyone is healthy and safe. So they may, if the teacher's class is full with 12 or 13 with 6 feet of social distancing, they may have to get a new teacher, a different teacher that's in at Joshua, but they will still remain Joshua students. They just may be assigned to a new teacher. So just keep that in mind with your students, that we are doing the absolute best that we can to keep students safe so that they can be healthy and strong, and same thing for our staff. These are trying times. Things are so different. So please be patient and just know that we're doing the absolute best that we can. All right, so questions that came through the chat, I want to address those. One was about the textbook fee. I know that as virtual students, they don't receive textbooks, but they do get workbooks. And you pay this fee of $150, just like in-person students who do receive textbooks. However, know that even with a textbook company, in order for us to access workbooks, which you are welcome to receive, and the online access, we still have to purchase the material from them. So we still have that cost. And so unfortunately, we cannot waive the textbook fee. However, this year we did lower it. If you pay your textbook fee by October 31st, it's only $75 as opposed to the $150. So if you can, please pay it right away. Pay it as soon as you can so that you can pay that lowered cost. Other fee questions that came to mind was, can we lower the class if we can give the virtual students less work to do? And the answer is no. We have to provide the same amount of work and rigor that we're providing in the classroom. The state of Indiana requires that we provide at least 5 hours of instruction, whether it's in person or virtual. And that's what we're doing. It does not mean that they have to sit at a computer for 5 hours, but it does mean that they have to be engaged. If it's reading a book at home, working on an art activity, physical education, working on a project at home, but we have to make sure that they receive that same level of instruction that they would receive if they were here, because we still want them learning, we still want them actively engaged. And then if we can get a handle on a lot of the things here and just get settled into the virtual learning, our idea is to send more hands-on activities, some experiments, maybe some science activities that students can do at home. But give us just a moment, because we gotta get everything together so that we're on the same page and that it's more streamlined, and then we can begin to add more interactive things for students to do at home as well. If you have questions, don't hesitate to contact the school. Contact the office, let us know. You can call us 812-401-6300. You can also email your child's teacher, and they will definitely relay the message if you want to change, if you have questions that I have not answered. But we thank you again for choosing Joshua Academy. We know that it's not easy with virtual learning, with it being different, and especially with everything that's going on. But just thank you for your trust. And again, let us know if there's anything that we can do to help in this situation. All right, I'm going to end the meeting, and thank you again. Take care.